Hello again, this is PC Delta Link, back with more of our Enigmatica 2 Let's Play Normal Mode. This is episode 84. Alright, we're down here in our little processing room because we have a new addition down here that we're going to be needing for our upcoming tasks. So we added our metal former down here, and I actually could not find my old one, so I had to make a new one, which probably doesn't surprise most of you at this point. But we have our standard, import bus to take the product out, ME interface to... We need this for some of the different plates currently. We may end up adding more of these if we need some of the other stuff, but for right now I at least need the plates automated. Most of them anyway. The only annoyance with this, and this is one of my criticisms of Industrial Craft, is it does not play nicely with other cables at all. So, in our main room we have our Ender IO stuff for power and output for most of these machines, but Ender IO does not connect with Industrial Craft, unfortunately. So I had to come up with something different. So I know the universal cables connect with it, so that's what we ended up doing, but yeah, so that's why that's out there and not in here, because there was no neat way to do it in here. So alright, moving on. So something else I'll mention real quick. I actually was standing next to this in the last episode, but I really never commented on it. And I added a third molecular assembler array. It's not obviously full yet, and I don't need it full yet, but I just needed more of these set up because a lot of our old ones here are filling up with recipes or have no space left at all. So, yeah, we just needed this done. And, some of them, I remember I had an ME interface placed in this corner, but it didn't work. The recipes I placed in it never showed up in our system to craft. I don't know why. Just, I guess, a limitation of it. And it's not like it didn't have enough channels. See, this is only at 9 of 32 channels. So it's got plenty of channels, but I don't know why it is the way it is. But yeah, so we have a third one of these now, so that we can get even more crafting recipes done. Alright, upstairs real quick. Let me drop this cable back off in here. We've got our... You might recall I said I need 8,000 gold ingots. We got our first set of 3,000 crafting currently. So that's going to be busy for a while doing that. This chest is empty right here. I just added this because I like the Christmas present look it's got. So that's why that's here. The single ones are the red Christmas gifts right now. So, alright, we're going to continue Embers today, like I had said. So, the first thing is that we've dug out an area to work on Embers, and Embers needs to be done pretty far down. It needs to be done near bedrock, actually. So that's where we have our first setup. We're going to go into our first tab here, Natural Energy. You see these other ones are locked, see, needs Ember Activator, needs Dawnstone, needs Energetic Alchemy, and needs Wildfire Core. So we'll start in the only tab we can get into. And so yeah, this is the book for Embers, and it's really cool. So it's got a little, little flavor text on stuff for how to use it or how to create it, like Camonite. It's a mix of clay and sand. So, yeah, pretty simple. Talks about the different ores. Now, of course, you have other mods that probably already add these, but copper, lead, silver, etc. So it adds these if you don't already have them. Now to complete this, see if you hover over the little question mark in the lower left corner, right-click entries to mark them as complete. Categories will open as you complete entries. So I do kind of like this, where unlike, say, the Thaumonomicon or other similar things, you can also uncomplete them by right-clicking again. You don't have to worry about completing signs, so if the game glitches, you can still complete a log entry in the book. So alright, let's look at Camonite real quick. Yeah, let me get some Camonite blend. Oh, I'm in the wrong terminal. I set this to crafting. Let's go ahead and set up this recipe for Camonite blend. So this way we can craft it if we so desire. And we're just actually going to throw this right here. And that reminds me of one thing I forgot real quick. I will be right back. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry about the delay. I thought I was ready on something and I had to go make something else real quick. So one of the things we're going to need is I do not have access to the ME interface while we're down where our new Embers area is. So I've decided we are going to make a wireless terminal from Applied Energistics 2, which will allow us to access our network wirelessly. So this is going to require a couple things. So it's going to require a wireless receiver, an ME terminal, and a dense energy cell. So let's start with the wireless receiver. So this is made from iron, quartz fiber, and a Fluix pearl. It's been a while since we've made one of these, so I'll glance at it real quick. Got Fluix dust, our Fluix crystal, and then an ender pearl. We've already got the Fluix pearl made, so we're just going to go ahead and drop it in here. Just going to drop that back in the table, or into the system. ME terminal we've already got. Dense energy cell is made from 8 energy cells with a calculation processor, and the 8 energy cells are made from, of course, Certus quartz, Fluix dust, and quartz glass. So alright, and we've already got... Oh wait, no we don't have that made. We need this. Uh-oh, we're missing one. Calculation processor. Okay. Well, we can craft that. Let's just tell it to make us 10 of it and call it a day. That shouldn't take but a moment. Well, I say that, and then we're still waiting. There we go. Okay. Our dense energy cell. And then we should be able to make this. Okay. Now, if we pull this, you see it has no energy, but I think our flux capacitors will charge it. Yes, they will. So, all right, now if you right-click it to open it, see it says device is not linked. So we had to link this first. And there is a way we can do that. You know what? I'm going to go to the crafting terminal down here. Away from the machine. Sorry about that, guys. You can see our gold is slowly climbing up. We're getting there. So, all right, in order to use the wireless terminal, we had to have what's called an ME security chest. This thing or security terminal, my bad. So this thing right here. Now this is slightly more complicated. This requires a 16K storage component, some iron, some Fluix fiber, engineering processor, and then an ME chest. We've never made an ME chest before, I don't believe. This is used for, like, if you don't have your data drives, you can actually put one of those storage components in here to look at the contents on it. So this is just glass and ME terminals, some more cable, iron, and a Fluix crystal. So we'll go ahead and make this, get our chest, and we'll drop it back in here. And then we should have everything for this. Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, last but not least, we need to link this up to the system somewhere, and I know just the place. At least for the moment. This place is one of our few that doesn't have everything maxed out yet. Like, yeah, that's 7 out of 8, 7 out of 8, 5 out of 8, but this one is 6 out of 8. So we're going to link it up with this. And we're just going to do this and see if it'll work. It's probably not online yet, so let me take a look here. No, it hasn't figured out it has it yet. We have to wait till this updates to 7, which shouldn't take but a minute or two, if that. It's just got to update to recognize it's connected to it. There we go, 7 out of 8. Okay. Alright, so now... There we go. If you see, it says linked now. So now, if we open our terminal... Oh. Well, heck. Okay, then. Oh. Applied. Was there more to this? Did I mess up? I probably did mess up. What else is new? Alright, well, silly me, thinking we were going to be, using that this episode. Clearly, I'm going to have to figure out how the heck you make these work. I thought all I had to do was link it to myself, so... Okay, then. We'll get back to that later. We'll just store this in here for the moment. Actually, no, let's keep it in my satchel. Okay. We've also got more recipes on Caminite ready to go. So I should have put this in there when we were down there. But we have Caminite brick, which comes from our Caminite blend that we have. And that's just in a furnace. And then our Caminite plate, which comes from raw Caminite plate. Which raw Caminite plate is just made with 4 Caminite blend. I don't think we have Caminite plate, do I? No, I have the raw plate. Let me go do this real quick. Processing. Caminite plate. There we go. Okay. Let's add the raw Caminite plate in here. And then our furnaces, smelting, here we go. Do we have room for this? We do, barely. Oh no, we got more room over here. Okay, we're good. Yeah, alright, that's good. Okay, so meanwhile, back to Embers. Sorry, we've delayed on this a while. So one of the first things it tells us to make, let's go ahead and mark Caminite complete. One of the first things it tells us to make is this atmospheric gauge. And see, Embers is the power source crystal that is used in this mod. And it's located deep in the earth, near bedrock level. So this atmospheric gauge is one of the ways you're going to be able to find where the best concentrations of it are at. So let me show you the recipe for it real quick. It's very simple. Just 4 copper, 2 iron, and a piece of redstone. And that gets you this gauge. And when it's in your hand, you see on screen there's a little gauge. And if you fly around, it traces things from a vertical chunk perspective. So see, as you fly around, see we're getting actually a little higher there. But the ember, it will show you how much ember is approximately in the area where you're flying around in. Now this number changes over time. I'm already getting stuff way different from when I tested this earlier. So the number does change slightly over time, but usually it's probably around halfway like it is right now. So I do have a new area dug out for this because, well, like I said, it's got to be near bedrock. And a way to get down there too, because currently the way down there is you fall down there. But we're going to use something called a travel anchor from Ender.io. Travel anchors are pretty nice. They're a bit more expensive than elevators, which is why I prefer elevators when I can use them. But the shaft we're in, it's actually too far for one elevator. It would be multiple, and that's just annoying. So to make one of these travel anchors, it's not too bad. It's 4 iron, 4 of our conduit binder from Ender.io, which conduit binder composite, which is sand, clay, and gravel, all that stuff. So it's not expensive. Then the pulsating crystal, this is the more expensive part. 1 diamond surrounded by our pulsating iron, and pulsating iron, of course, comes from ender pearl and iron ingot forged together in an alloy furnace of some kind, or alloy smelter. So alright, let's go ahead and take the second one, because you need 2 of these, of course. So our entrance to this place is actually right down here. So let me show you how these work. We're going to go ahead and place this above us, and this is the way down here for now. So yeah, this is going to be our area for Embers. As you can see, we got some work to do here and there. There's a little bit of fire and brimstone and whatnot. And yeah, it's a start. So alright, we're going to place our second travel anchor right here. Now if you stand on this and you look up, you can see the other one. See, it turns red when I move the mouse over it. And then if you jump, you travel to it with the same sound effect as an Enderman. For when it's below you like this, crouch, shift, or whatever your binding is for it. So there you go. So it's kind of like an elevator, but more expensive, and it doesn't have to go vertical. These travel anchors, you could place it anywhere. You could have it, way off in the distance. And if you just jump to it, you'll go there. So that's the one thing that's cool about them. Elevators, of course, are tied to vertical changes in your position, and travel anchors are not. Worth noting, let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, here it is. If you use these travel anchors a lot, you'll probably want to get this Staff of Traveling. which let me show you the recipe for, because it's really not that expensive. So it's an ender crystal and 2 infinity rods. Ender crystal is... oh, forget what I said about not being expensive. That is a little higher than I thought. So vibrant crystal with the soul of Enderman and, you know, vibrant alloy. We've gone over that before with emerald. What's the infinity rod? That's different since I last did... oh, that's not bad. So 4 dark steel nuggets, 2 grains of infinity from, you know, lighting bedrock on fire, and then a stick. What the Staff of Traveling does, aside from letting you kind of teleport like an Enderman wherever for an energy cost, it also lets you see these much further away. These do have a range to them, these travel anchors. You can't be infinitely far from your one you're trying to jump to, but the Staff of Traveling lets you see them from much further away. So, really nice. Sorry, let's move on with Embers here. So we have our atmospheric gauge. Let's complete that. Next thing we need is the Tinker Hammer. So the Tinker Hammer, yeah, it's a head of lead and iron. It's basically your wrench for this one. So we don't really have... the one thing about this book I don't like, and it's a very minor thing because most people do have, you know, JEI or NEI or whatever variation of that you have, but it does not show recipes for anything. So that's kind of unfortunate, but overall I do like this book a lot. So let's go ahead and get this Tinker Hammer. Here it is, right here. And you see this is very cheap. Just 4 iron, a piece of lead, and 2 sticks. So alright, we have our Tinker Hammer. Now if we come to our quest book... hey, there we go. We got a lot more stuff there. Okay, let's take a look here. Ember Boar. This is the thing we're going to be trying to craft today, especially. So let's see. Yeah. The Ember Boar is a machine that will get us those Ember crystals and Ember shards I talked about. It requires fuel, and it requires access to bedrock. That's why we're so low for our machinery setup for this place. Because we need, you know, all that stuff close by. Let me grab my quest book real quick. Yeah, an Ember Boar and a mechanical core. The mechanical core is used to access machines, so we'll go ahead and craft this as well. So we're going to need to be at an ME terminal again. And let me pull up the Embers mod in our tab over here. There we go. Okay, let's get our Ember Boar. Ah, and you see here we got Camonite stairs, Camonite brick stairs. And, oh, so we're going to need 2 mechanical cores. That's fine. So let's start with mechanical core. Ah, and see, this is why we added plate to our AE system, because we knew this was going to happen. So let me get 2 compasses here. Then plate, if I can type. Alright, we have one for when we created the recipe. Okay. Well, we're going to need another one, though. So, alright, that's 1 mechanical core. And let's just give this, like, 10 while I'm thinking about it. And let's see if this actually works. I've never hooked up an IC2 machine to this system yet, so it should be fine. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's our lead plate. Okay. Whoops. So let's make another mechanical core. And where did Ember... here's Ember Boar. Alright, we need Camonite. Camonite brick. We're gonna need a lot of these. Okay. Well, let's do this then. Let's tell it to make us, say, 200. Sounds good? Ah, right. Let's do this. Oh, come on. There's 8 left. We'll just cancel both those. They're basically done. Okay, Camonite. Give me like 200 of this in case we need a lot of it. This shouldn't take long, I imagine. Yeah, that's moving pretty quick. I think we're going to be fine on that. Okay, let's get some stairs here. I just did that completely wrong. There we go. Alright, need 4. Oh, wait, this gives multiple, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We'll just grab 16 of that for now. I'll eventually want more than one of these, but for now, one is going to be fine for demonstration purposes. Sorry, got our mechanical core, got our ember boar. There's our quest for it. Go ahead and claim that. Okay, we'll get this out of our inventory real quick. Ooh, advanced dislocator. I mean, that would have been handy like 30 hours ago, but hey, who's counting? Okay, so the other thing we're going to need, and actually we're going to need to go to our other book for this. So here, let's go ahead and check off Ember Boar. Here we have a whole page on pipes. There's a lot of pipes in this mod that transport liquids, that transport items, you know, etc., etc. So, yeah, just kind of, this book kind of tells you about, it tells about different extractors. So let's get some of these pipes made, and we'll just use our, yeah, see, fluid pipe here, and then item pipe. So let's go ahead and do item pipe. Oh, see, we need plate for this. Okay. We probably don't need much of this, so this will probably be, 8 of this is probably enough for now. That's a fairly generous recipe, 8 of that for just that. Sorry, yeah, make sure you make the right pipe for whatever you happen to be working on. And you see here we have an item extractor and a fluid extractor. So, again, make sure you're making the correct one. Camonite plate, which... Let's get some camonite plate. Let me get like 20 of this. And give it a minute. Okay, that should be fine. Yep, item extractor. Should only need 1. And then, let's see. Hang on. Oh, I don't have any levers. Okay. Well, let's get cobblestone and sticks. A lot of things in this pack, unless they're different than when I last saw it, require levers, so we're just going to make like half a stack of levers and throw them in here. In case I need it. Okay, let me take a look here and see what else I need off the top of my head. What about the bin? Okay, not really needed. I'll go ahead and make this for the sake of completing the quest book. This is like a basic storage thing for holding 1 stack of a particular item. So not really necessary, but one of those things is kind of nice to have. So we'll drop that back in the system. And we'll just complete this to get it out of the way. Another market. Okay. Throw that in there. Okay, the last thing I'm going to need in order to set this up is a couple chests. And for now, just basic chests will be fine. Actually, I'll go ahead and get a, we'll go ahead and make our other one here, our first one here, an iron chest. That should probably be fine for now. If I need to upgrade it later, I can. Just a basic chest will work for that. The other thing I need is a fuel, because this ember boar requires fuel. And so we will take some coal with us. Probably just 2 stacks should be more than enough. Okay, I don't know if we need an extractor for taking items out or not. I'm going to go ahead and make another one just in case. And then, of course, I need some more pipe, actually. So give me one more section of pipe. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. Okay, so let's head down. Okay. So, let's see here. We're getting kind of short on time. You see there was a lot of lava here previously. I've taken the quantum entangler back, but I threw a pump down here to dig all the lava out that was in here. We didn't get all of it, obviously. But this whole area I'm standing in was flooded with lava before. So we filled up a whole barrel, an iron drum, 256,000 millibuckets. Oh, we filled up 2. Maybe that's why I quit running. Okay. So we filled up 2. But yeah, a lot of lava down here. So we need to get to bedrock. And I don't have a permanent room dug out for this yet. Obviously, we're still in the process of creating the space here. So we're just going to end up branching off, you know, one room that way, one room, whatever. Sorry, we're not too far above bedrock. We're actually at Y level 5. Oh, 4 now, because I dropped off stuff. So I should be able to, well, set myself on fire for one. I should be able to show off this machine before we stop for the day. There's some bedrock right there. So this machine, this ember borer, is actually pretty big. So let me dig out one more. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be where we're going to have this permanently, but for today, this will be fine. Also, what's our gauge say about this place down here? It's average. That's fine. That's not bad. So I'm actually going to set it up a little bit at first so you can see it better. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. So, you see these very large blades that are on here. These have to be touching the bedrock. Currently it's not. I have it set up higher so you guys can see it. But yeah, so this is what the ember borer looks like. It's a pretty big block structure, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and let me dig out this by one more so we have easier access to around it. Okay. Now, I think the cobblestone can stay there. I don't think it hurts anything. Sorry, this is our ember borer. And see, normally you only have your one spot here to kind of interact with it, but we're going to put this mechanical core on top of it so that we have 2 spots to interact with it on. So let's get our iron chest for our output. We're going to put that there. Actually, I think we might need one more space, so we're going to move it one more over. I'm going to put our item pipe on here. I don't know if these extractors have to go... Ah, okay. So put the extractor there. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Yeah, this is just for demonstration today, so this will be fine. Let's get our chest. We'll put our coal in the chest, not the mana tablet. Just the coal, please. Get our item extractor there. Our item pipes here. Okay, now we need 2 levers. Frig. Well. And if you see now, the blades are turning. So it is burning through the coal. And it will be producing embers. So we just need to get a another lever real quick. So that we can hopefully see some of that before we end this episode today. Probably just need to start carrying a bunch of these around. Okay, and let's go ahead and throw this on here. Oh, hey, and look, we have an ember shard. So we already got one. So this is going to be sort of what's used for our power. You can combine 6 of these shards into an ember crystal. And then they're used in a couple other recipes, you know, lanterns, some other stuff we haven't gotten into yet. Yeah, a light. So yeah, there is some good stuff here. So we'll end up letting this run a good amount between episodes, more than likely. And I will get a proper room set up for these. We'll end up having more than one of these as well, of course. But yeah, so this is getting started officially with our mod. So, oh, we've already... Ooh, Ember Grit. What's this? Used for some recipes. Apparently can use it in the steam dynamo. Interesting. So yeah, we've already got a couple. So it doesn't take too long. And of course, if you have a lot of these running at once, it'll be even better. So I'm guessing by the coal left here, it looks like it holds a whole stack, so it actually uses up fuel decently quick. You can later on use these embers as fuel for this thing, but of course starting out we don't have that. So, and it doesn't have to be coal, it can be, I believe, anything burnable in a furnace. So, you know, blaze rods, charcoal, coal coke I imagine would probably work, whatever you want really. But yeah, so I do like this machine. And for the sanity of all the people working in Minecraft, the author did decide to make the machine silent. That's why there was a little noise when it started, but after that it hasn't made any sound. That's intentional. The author did not want it to have sound. So I kind of appreciate that, because it would probably sound really grating having this going forever, just grinding away on the bedrock. Oh yeah, and we got 2 ember crystals now. So yeah, this is moving quite nicely. So yeah, but we are out of time for today, so I'll work on expanding this out and cleaning this up a bit in between episodes. So, in the meantime, though, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.